Stay ready.
Good evening, Raider Nation. And we are live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV's Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson, along with Coach Sky Keck, as we will be bringing you Red Raider football from East Lawrence High School in East Dublin, or Dublin, Georgia. We're excited to be here, brand new. Well, it ain't brand new. It's been here a couple of years maybe now, but man, what a nice facility we've been admiring as we drove in on the bus and looking at this nice field, as you'll see in a moment. School over here next to us. Again, you can just smell the new, but we're here for some football and for some physical football tonight. And we'll talk a little bit more about physicality a little later. But I want to welcome you to this broadcast. I want to thank, first of all, our main sponsors for BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting, my title sponsors for the athletic school year, and that starts 1st of August all the way through May. And that's Birch CPA, Mr. Larry Taylor specifically. That's Family Vision Care, Doctors Hutto, McQuaig and Day, and then last but not least, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. That's Miss Lisa Coley and her staff there in Alma as well. And then our football title sponsor has been with us for years and years, and that's Bennett & Johnson. That's Mr. Daniel Johnson, the main rep now, but I want to also give a plug to his dad, David Johnson, who's been a Red Raider for a long, long time and sponsor for that. Sky, it's been a couple weeks since we played some football, and, I mentioned on the coaches show that sometimes I wish we had played last week because even though we had a loss against a good football team against Clinch County, felt like we gained some momentum as our team continues to get better. And I was like, man, I don't know, this week off might hurt us. But the coaching staff seemed to think it may have helped to get back to the basic, work on some things that they felt they needed to improve even still. And here we are in East Lawrence.
Look, I think the Red Raiders are ready for some action and not that talking. Leading into this week, a little bit of bulletin board material. 2 weeks off since a really big game and a really big performance by the Red Raiders. And, you can use those 2 weeks to practice, get better, get healthy. But, at the end of the day, these dudes play for game day. So here we are, ready to get back at it. East Lawrence is having their homecoming out here. I'm sure, we might not take that too lightly. But we'll see how this plays out. Again, your Red Raiders are looking to carry over some momentum, even though, they lost against Clinch. With that performance, a lot of hype, a lot of buzz around the program. I feel like the players are in a good space mentally. So I think we might be in store for a good performance by those Red Raiders tonight.
I sure hope so. I can't doubt this coaching staff at all ever since the Lanier County game, our first game after that scrimmage. We were a little disappointed, and then the very next week they come out and do something spectacular. I'll say that, just a big turnaround over in Screven County. And then ever since then, we've just continually got better as we went over to Atco. And then, again, a tough loss to Clinch County. We left everything on the field. We give them all they wanted. I believe their coach said we were by far the most physical and tough team that they had played all season. And, folks, they played Macon County, lost to Macon, a really good Macon County team. So that says a little bit about where we are right now in Red Raider football, and from a mental state as well as that physical state, and that's just from preparation, from the culture of this coaching staff. This is their second year, and a lot of times that's what it takes, that second season, to implement their philosophy and their style against these young men. And when I say young men, we have multiple underclassmen that are starting on the field tonight. Very few seniors and few juniors, which is a good problem for our Red Raiders. We have 2 minutes and 24 seconds until we get kicked off here. But, again, nobody likes a moral victory. But I'm telling you right now, our Red Raiders played a whale of a game 2 weeks ago against a Clinch County team with a Division I athlete that we contained. And he got his plays. We knew he was going to get some plays. But we played good enough to win the ball game. We just wasn't able to get it done on the scoreboard. And that's the little things that the coaches said they were able to work on. But little things are big things when you're playing against a quality, really good opponent like Clinch County. So we're hoping to feed off of that, whatever you want to call it, tonight as we face East Lawrence and see what happens. We're going to take a quick break and be back in about a minute, which will be about kickoff. So, again, stay with us as we're live from Dublin, Georgia, East Dublin, here at East Lawrence High School. All right, here come your Red Raiders. Captains for tonight.
We got Rasheed Slade, Devin Perez, Bryson Lee, and Nakai Henderson from left to right out there at midfield.
Referees going over some of the basic rules as they start the game, giving them the options of there's the toss. I'm not sure exactly what that was. He flipped up. So we'll see something about just looking, as I look at the center, this turf field just doesn't look quite as big as a grass field. I don't know why that is to me in my perception, but maybe, again, it's just I don't know. Maybe it's the lines are so
probably those
bright.
Bifocals you got on your face there, Benjamin Franklin.
All right, what transpired right there in the middle of the field while you were insulting me?
I mean, they're just shaking hands, getting ready to start this game. I mean, I got to give it to East Lawrence. They got a nice-looking field and a cool entrance there.
Yeah, you see the lights flashing and blinking. They got the lights on a system here that lets them it's like we're at a rock and roll concert.
Yeah. We got the Metallica playing, the Inner Sandman out here. I mean, it's a pretty legit environment right now.
I'm going to have to talk to some folks back at home.
I'm telling
you. This is pretty interesting. But Red Raiders are going to be kicking off to start the game, so they will receive in the second half. East Lawrence Falcons. Again, we are set up on the visitors' side. A nice visitors' booth, just a nice facility. Again, just a year or two old. Get those text messages to me if you want to shout out, if you have my number, or message me on Facebook Messenger. I don't mind giving those shout outs. I know the kids like it, even the adults. First one, Miss Tiffany Ross texted me. She thought she might have been going to have a technical issue, but Miss Ross is our business instructor at Bacon County High School. Want to shout out to her and her family, and that would be her kids especially. It's Mason and Madison for watching tonight from home.
And Isaiah Robinson's going to kick this off and get this thing started.
That's a good kickoff, high and deep.
Deep down the middle there. East Lawrence is going to run it back. We miss a big shot and then connect with a big shot. Might be a little bit of that physicality we've heard about this week right there on the opening kickoff.
You're going to hear us say that word several times
What,
tonight.
physicality?
Yeah.
That word?
That word. Starts with a P-H-Y.
It's pronounced physicality, something like that.
I don't know if the East Lawrence coach deliberately did this or if he just happened to, but either way it was pretty interesting where he said that he didn't think Bacon County was as physical as either of the two first teams that they had played or the last two teams they had played. So we kind of took that personal. I did, and I think our team did this week. So we're going to see how that shakes out.
Well, I mean, you find ways to get yourself motivated, smallest ideas. They're going to drop back the pass, and we got about 4 guys on him there in the backfield.
That looked like a little bit of what?
Physicality?
Yeah, that was a pretty physical move there by Bacon County.
Yeah, that pocket collapsed there in no time, and you had a host of Red Raiders back there to make that play. I think they'd probably been dreaming about that this week.
East Lawrence is 2-2 on the season.
East Lawrence got to the line pretty quick here. They're going to hand it off. Nope. He pulls it. Throw out there to the boundary.
Good.
On the,
it's a good tackle. Good play. The first guy, number 7, was unable to make the tackle, but he held him up enough for the second man to come in and wrap him up like you're supposed to.
So we're 3rd and long here for East Lawrence.
3rd and long for East Lawrence. 2 pretty physical plays there by our defense.
All right. East Lawrence is in the shotgun again. Big 3rd down right here. Get the ball back to the offense here. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass again. He's looking out wide here to the right side. Aiden Cawthorn's tracking that. He's going to intercept that pass. He tracked that ball just like a receiver. 3 big-time plays there for the Red Raiders to start the game.
I didn't want to say it, but when our guy got to the 50, he knew where the ball was. He had turned and looked, and I just felt that he was going to catch it.
Aiden basically ran the route for him there.
He did. Fantastic. 3 great plays by our defense there as our offense will take over on, about the 29-yard line?
Yeah.
Maybe 30 where he's walking. 29, yes. 10 minutes and 38 seconds in the first quarter.
All right. Red Raiders are going to set up shop and take over now. Knox Ledbetter's in the shotgun to take the snap. Snap to Knox. Moopy's in motion. Hand off to Moopy. He's got that right side. He's got some space down the sideline. He's got the 50-yard line. They're going to run him out of bounds there at about the East Lawrence 45. So that's going to be about a, let's
30.
see.
Yeah. Almost 30 yards, 31 yard. He marks him out at the 40 there. 31-yard scamper.
So I'd say that's a pretty good start for the offense.
Yeah, that was kind of a physical move by our offensive line there, too.
Yeah, kind of got their hands on them and out-physical them there on that play. How long are we going to keep up with this?
Just not much longer. I'm going to get a text. I'm going to say, all right, that's enough.
I'll tell him it was your idea. Snap to Knox, hand off to Travion off the right tackle. He's going to dance around and get a few there, about 3-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, again, I keep saying this. He just churns and churns. His feet never quit. That's why he rarely is tackled backwards. Raiders brings down a second down and about 8, or a long 7.
We're back in the shotgun. Knox will take the snap, hand off to Travion. He's going to test the left side this time and get tripped up there. He had a little bit of space on that left side if he just could have got past that
shoestring
fingertip.
Tackle. Yeah, just a shoestring tackle there.
That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Red Raiders. It's going to be 3rd and 7 on the East Lawrence 42.
Folks, I want to remind you of one more thing. Introduced us, but I don't want to forget Gage Lee, my senior I bring with me. He has been with me for several years now. He does a great job on the camera. And he's bringing you these shots tonight. Gage.
East Lawrence jumps there. They're going to make this 3rd down a little bit easier for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely in 4-down territory for the Raiders. Should be able to punch it. Should be about a 3rd and short 2. This is one of the, well, we're not in that horseman formation. You know, this is where Ledbetter can get us a few extra yards here.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of power behind those pads.
It's going to be a timeout by East Lawrence, and we're going to take a timeout with them. And our Raiders have started pretty nicely here. We get a 3-and-out and with an interception. But, again, we're going to take a quick break and honor our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment. Knox runs it for the 1st down.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Still in the timeout. Again, I want to thank our title sponsor for the football season. That's Mr. Daniel Johnson with Bennett & Johnson, being a part of our football season.
All right, coming out of the timeout, your Red Raiders are going to try to pick up this 1st down here on their first 3rd down attempt of the game. We're going to come out with 2 receivers down to the bottom. Travion's going to be to Knox's left in the backfield. We've got Aiden Cothran and Anthony Green down here at the bottom. Knox is going to take it himself. He's going to have the yard and more.
Oh, yeah.
Lowers his shoulder, barrels over a East Lawrence defender. And I'm going to stop myself after this, on a physical run there by the quarterback.
I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Walt Taylor. He's a former student of mine. Boy, it's been a while, Walt, but Walt lives in sort of western part of Georgia, middle or west Georgia. Shoot me a text where you specifically at, but I want to thank Walt for checking in and watching, supporting our Red Raiders.
All right, 1st down for the Red Raiders here at the East Lawrence 28. Snap to Knox. He's going to hand off down here to the left side. We've got a good block out wide. Going to pick up, I think we've got the 1st down here. Yeah. I'm not sure from my angle up here.
All right, I'm being serious here. That was a very physical run by Green. I mean, he's not a very big guy, but he is so fast and quick. But he cut inside instead of outside, which made him run into some contact there. And, again, he leaned forward.
Actually, it's going to be 2nd and short, but your Red Raiders are going to be on the East Lawrence 19-yard line right here. We've got 2 receivers down at the bottom, 1 up top. Travion's in the backfield next to Knox in the shotgun. Snap to Knox, hand off Travion. He's going to try the right side. He's going to dance around. He's going to pick up, and he's carrying a couple East Lawrence defenders with him down to around the 6-yard line there.
Another great run there by this young man. Again, keeps churning those legs, and he was pulled to pile. Then we had a couple guys kind of run in there behind and give him a little push. It's going to be 1st and – did we get the 1st and goal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't not moving the
markers.
First
and goal from the 6.
There we go.
Yeah, Brent, you know, that was a certain type of run there, but I'm going to refrain from pointing that out and saying it.
That was another physical run.
I'll tell you, we're just menaces to society up here so far in this press box. All right. Red Raiders back in shotgun. Moopy's in motion. Snap the Knox. Hand off to Moopy. He's going to have the pylon there on the far right side, but we've got a flag down.
Didn't even need to hold there.
No, Moopy was going to score on that play regardless. There was him and nothing but air and opportunity between him and the end zone.
I don't know. They don't call numbers in high school. I wasn't watching the line, but I don't think it needed to have happened. But you know, they say that holding happens on just about every play, if you want to call it. And I guess the referee felt like that it was part of the play, and so he felt he needed to call it. But I don't know. Didn't see it. It's going to back us up. It's going to be first down from about the 16, maybe 17 now.
All right, so we're going to run it back here. We're going to have first and goal from around the East Lawrence 16-yard line. We've got one receiver down at the bottom. And we've got another timeout by East Lawrence.
Another timeout. All right, we're going to take another quick break, honor a specific sponsor, and we'll be back in just a moment.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
All right, we're back, and if you were just with us, a little mistake there. The kind of things that drives coaches crazy. You know, that's those little things that we got to clean up. You're going to have some penalties, but it's the penalties that take points off the board that makes it even worse, Guy.
Yeah, certain situations hurt you more than the rest, and when you score on a play, you want those points to stay on the board.
I can't imagine us doing anything but running it a couple times here. They have yet to show they can stop us with that little counter.
Yep, first and goal from the 16-yard line here. Snap and Knox, hand off Travion up the middle. He's gonna slip down there. It looked like he had a hold.
He did
get more than what he got out of it.
But I want you to – did you see that? I don't know if it was a safety or linebacker that was stunning right up the middle? He got stuck. I don't know who stood him up, but I'm going to review that later if I had a replay now. But, man, somebody stood him straight up.
Regardless, it does result in a positive gain there for your Red Raiders. They're going to try it again here, first and goal from around the 12 of East Lawrence. Got one receiver there up top, snap to Knox. He's going to look to pass. He's got him over the middle. And it's going to be tipped. He didn't quite get it over the linebacker in the middle of the field.
I don't know if he saw him, but
well, he had Aiden on the slant if that linebacker wasn't there because Aiden beat his man off the line there.
He did. Ball was tipped, and we're really fortunate it wasn't intercepted there off the tip ball. I hope Aiden's okay. He may have tweaked a hand or something there it was awkward. He's going to come off for a play maybe. It's going to be third down. Again, that penalty may loom.
All right, two receivers up top.
All right, Bacon County's going to take a timeout.
And now we've got another timeout.
All right, we're going to take another break with them, honor some more sponsors. Be back in just a second. All right, we're back again. Third down and about 12. Yep.
Yeah, first and goal from around the 12 here for your Red Raiders. We're going to have two receivers down at the bottom, one up top. Travion's going to motion out wide now and knocks it all by himself in the backfield. Throw over the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted by East Lawrence there in the end zone.
That was not a very good decision by the quarterback, but I don't know if he was expecting the receiver to do something different. I don't know what happened there, but
well, it looked like he had the tight end there in the middle, and I believe he just put a little too much air on it.
Just overthrew him. Well, once again, and this is the last I say about it, that's what penalties will do, especially when ones that take points off the board, and Moopy was going to score. But nonetheless, our defense has got to step up big as they will take over on the 20-yard line.
All right, so your Red Raider defense is going to try to get that ball back for that Raider offense here.
6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 6:24.
All right, East Lawrence has a man in motion. He's going to go out wide. He's going to get the handoff. He's going to have the sideline, but we're going to get him out of bounds there at about the 30-yard line. It's actually the first non-passing play East Lawrence has ran in the game. Started off the first drive with 3 straight passes.
Hurry-up type offense.
Yeah, East Lawrence is getting to the line pretty quick so far tonight on their offensive possessions. All right, 1st and 10 for East Lawrence from their own 30.
Ooh,
quarterback's going to keep
big
it up
hit
the middle there.
By the defensive end. Linebacker step down, number 6.
Yeah, that's going to be a Key Brown.
Be 2nd and 11.
And East Lawrence is pretty much staying in the same formation. Snap to quarterback. He's going to throw it here down to the bottom side. We're going to chase him down, string that out. We've got 2 Raiders there to make that play.
Number 7, the safety, coming down and making the initial contact, and then there's a Key Brown cleaning it up.
Right, they just found the football on that play and made the stop. All right, so 3rd and long here for East Lawrence. Your Red Raiders have a chance to make a stand and get that ball back to the offense. Snap to the quarterback. He's going to throw a little receiver screen out there to the top side.
We're
going to get off the block, and I believe we're going to have him.
Great play.
Yes.
Was that a Key Brown again?
I'm not sure who that was.
I saw some hair out the back of the out the back of the helmet. But what a great play as he got his hands on him, and it didn't let him go. It's going to be 4th and about 5 now for East Lawrence. Should bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, they've got the punter on the field. We've got Brody Rowland, number 7, back to return this punt for the Red Raiders. All right, they're going to get the punt off. It's a low kick here. Brody's going to just let it roll and bounce right on out of bounds there about your Red Raider 33-yard line.
And that's where they're going to take over with 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Let's see if we can – we took the ball right down the field and then stalled again after the penalty. So, what do you see so far other than just the physicality of the white team?
Well, I'd say that so far the defense is living up to their reputation. I mean, 2 stops so far. East Lawrence picked up that 1 first down, but nothing more. The offense was rolling until, they had a hiccup there and shot themselves in the foot, but we'll see how they answer right here on this drive. I mean, so far up front, it looks like we're winning in the trenches, so usually that leads to a win on the scoreboard. Snap and knocks, hand off to Travion along that right side. He's going to burst through there.
Keeps churning and churning. Blow the whistle, blow the whistle. He's going to get about 5 out of that, maybe 4 out of that run. I want to make another quick shout out. He's told me I didn't have to. This is a very humble man. Mr. Tom Clay is home watching the Red Raiders play on, as we broadcast on the NFHS Network. Well, Mr. Tom is a retired teacher and retired substitute teacher.
All right. Second down for the Red Raiders here. They're on 37. Moopy's coming down here to the bottom. He's going to be close to the first down.
Yep, it's going to be third and a short yard. Well, full yard.
Yep.
3 minutes, 28 seconds as the clock continues to dwindle here in the first quarter.
Yep. 3rd and 1 for the Red Raiders on their own 42-yard line. Got 2 receivers down here to the bottom. Knox in the backfield in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself, and they're going to stand him up. I'm not sure if he made much progress there. I think they're going to come in and mark him short of that first down marker.
I believe so, but I don't know the way our defense has played. Maybe we line it back up and try it again. Fans are shouting, go for it. We're going to bring in our heavy package here.
Well, I know we've been saying this word a lot, but here on 4th and inches,
we're going to try.
Why don't we just out-physical them right here at the line of scrimmage?
Show some physicality.
East Lawrence is
they're going to burn their last
personnel on the field. So East Lawrence has ran through all 3 of their timeouts here with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter. So they're going to play the rest of this half without a chance to stop the clock.
We're going to stay with you here again with 2:32 left. I want to talk just a little bit about a couple of my title sponsors for the athletic school year, one being Family Vision Care of Alma, Dr. Hutto, McQuigg, and Day. Man, what an office that they have, state-of-the-art facility, being able to diagnose and do corrective vision there at their place. Very knowledgeable. I know that Blake, especially, we talk when I go to my visit about as much as about half the time as the examination, other half we get to chat a little bit, and very smart. I still call him a young man, and very knowledgeable. And he's a lifelong learner, and I think you have to be in any medical field. But I know for a fact that he is in the field that he's in. I know he's asked to go and speak at different events as well. It's 4th down. I'm going to turn it over to Sky.
Yep, 4th and inches here for your Red Raiders. Got our little horseman package, and East Lawrence there was extremely close to jumping off sides and just handing us the first down. I love being so close to the fans, and you can just hear everything they're shouting from the stands.
Now we're going to call a timeout. Maybe. I don't know. You think we're going to punt? Oh, you want the crowd to get into it. No, I think we're going to punt. They were bringing in number 24.
Well, I'll tell you.
I guess it's early in the game. And I don't know. You had a little closer look down the line. Did I forget in high school rules, sometimes you have to make contact in these upper levels, and you can cross the line but get back before the snap. But if there's contact, I know there wasn't any contact, but I'm not sure the high school rule myself. If Coach Thompson is out there listening, he might can.
Well, there was no contact, and they didn't encroach any of our guys to jump on that play. But regardless, Isaiah Robinson's going to come out to punt this ball away here. These coaches are definitely not concerned with taking the timeouts home with them because they're burning through them at this point.
That's right. I got a quick score update. One of the biggest, maybe the biggest game in the state tonight is Pierce versus Applin. It is 0-0 at the end of 1 in that game. Max Preps predicts them to replay in the state championship game this year.
I'll tell you, that would draw a huge crowd. All right, Isaiah's going to get the punt off. This is a nice high punt there. East Lawrence doesn't have a guy back to return. This is going to roll on down. All right, we're going to finally down it there at the East Lawrence 9-yard line.
That is a 65-yard punt with the roll by that young man. Again, they had no receiver back, and then we got a good Red Raider kick. So they'll be starting just inside the 10-yard line with 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining.
And that punt was well protected because East Lawrence brought the house there on that one. Regardless, East Lawrence will set up shop at their own 9-yard line to get this drive started with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Raider defense back on the field for the third time in this game so far. They've been playing like their hair's on fire so far. Quarterback in the shotgun again. He'll get the snap, handoff. They're going to try the left side, string him out. We're going to have a host of Red Raiders bring him down, but there is a flag on the play.
Could there be a hold, or is there going to be a face mask or a horse collar or something in that vicinity? Hopefully it's a hold in half the distance, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Taking them a while to discuss it over there with 2 minutes and 10 seconds here in the first quarter. Quick shout out. This is a kind of he'd rather be a no-name guy, but he's always sending me some really cool statistics and information about Red Raider history during the games. And Mr. Jason Taylor, JT, better known, is watching us. Face mask. Now, is it one of those 5-yarders like I've never seen before in high school ball? It's usually we had that in the Clinch County game. Or is that that's going to be a 15-yarder, naturally. So we're going to just their biggest play tonight is a non-physical play, a 15-yard.
Yeah, penalty. We helped them out a little bit on that one. All right, East Lawrence back in the shotgun. They've stayed in the same formation all night so far. Snap to quarterback. He'll give it off. He's going to bring it down to the right side. He's got a hole, and we missed one tackle, but he's chased down from behind by Jeremiah Williams there around the 39 of East Lawrence, actually.
I think Jeremiah actually missed the tackle and then called up to him and made the tackle initially. Went to what I would call the weak side. Longest play from scrimmage. 1st and 10.
And they're hurrying up to the line as they get another play off, and there's nowhere for the running back to go on that one.
That's got to be a hold area there. Coming from the back judge, throwing it in there on the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to be 1st and 20, we think. But I know I've been wrong before, not too many times.
But I don't know. I can probably testify against that one, but we don't want to lie to our viewers out there.
And I was correct. We were correct. It's going to be 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining in the first. Shout out to Mr. John Hughes. I think John's here tonight. He gave me the update on the Pierce and Appling game. But Miss Lisa Hughes, one of our biggest fans, is at home tonight as she's preparing one more time or another time for a cheer competition tomorrow as our Lady Raiders cheer team, led by Coach Tanya Bordeaux, are headed to Valdosta for a competition.
All right, snap to him. He's going to toss it out wide. We're going to string it out and make that play again.
Man,
for little to no gain there. Your Red Raiders are firing all the ball, getting off blocks, shedding these offensive linemen so far. You'd almost say they were physical. I mean, I just can't help myself.
Okay, folks, we'll try to stop after the first quarter. But I encourage you, somebody has posted that out there. You can listen to that coach. He just flat out said that we were not as physical as the last two teams they played. And man, that's just bulletin board material. Whether he meant it or not to be that way, I don't know, but we sure took it personal.
And then clock's winding down. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Snap to East Lawrence. He's looking to pass this time. Throws it over the middle in a little hole. Got your receiver there. He's going to try to make a diving attempt. They're going to rule it complete.
Okay, that was very close. No replay, at least in regular season games. I think the state championship game will have a replay this year for the GHSA. Playing pretty good defense. We still got to have some points on the board. 18, 17, 15, 16. They might try to get a playoff here.
Yeah, regardless, it's about 3rd and 11 here on the East Lawrence 38. He's looking to pass again. We got a big rush. It's going to be Tyler Thomas with the sack on that play.
Smoked him.
physical.
Oh, and that's going to run the clock out. And it's going to be 4th and really, really long for the Falcons as we're in between quarters. It's 0-0. It feels like we're, I don't know.
Feels like we're up by two scores right now.
It really does. And I was just saying, our defense has played so well. Our offense just needs to put it together here because you got to have at least 1 point to win this game. And we've done a few things to hurt ourselves. They've made maybe 2 plays on defense that have stopped us on any given play. But our boys definitely come to play tonight. And again, I was not, I said earlier in the intro that I was a little concerned. I talked about it on the coaches show this week about, this 2-week layoff after that big emotional game against Clinch County. And by the way, I think that was the second biggest crowd, as well as the just a hyped up game since the Pierce County game several years ago now, way back, before Stetson was a 7-year senior at UGA. But we beat Stetson Bennett that night with Pierce County on the field. A few more fans in the stands that night because of that rivalry. But, man, what an exciting game and excitement in the stands a couple weeks ago. And we've carried this over. We got a big crowd here tonight that I predicted would travel over from Bacon County. Bands in the stand, lighting it up, cheerleaders, man, and we're really close to the field. This is a really nice venue. It really is. I tell you what, if I hit the big one, if I happen to play the lotto, and it's like $900 million or something, man, if I get a part of that, I'm telling you, I'm gonna petition the Board of Education for me to make some changes at our stadium to get the fans a little closer to the field and let's spread them things out.
All right, East Lawrence back to punt to start the second quarter. He's Jeremiah Williams about got to that one. Brody's going to catch it, and he's going to get swarmed there by a few East Lawrence Falcons. We almost got to that punt there that time.
It's going to be first down for the Raiders at the 38-yard line. We need to drive down here and stuff one in.
I mean, we ain't even got to drive. I mean, we can do it in one play, two plays, whatever.
That's a drive. One play, two. Yeah, you're right.
Regardless, we got 2 receivers up top. Knox back in the shotgun, takes snap. Travion to his left. Snap to Knox.
Reverse.
And
they sniffed it out.
He brought Moopy in motion there. And East Lawrence had that one snuffed out.
Well, when I say reverse, did Travion not hand it to him? I think Travion took the handoff and then handed it to Moopy. But anyway, don't matter. It didn't work, whatever it was.
Right.
Negative play for the Raiders. That's one of the first, maybe the first negative play we've had other than a penalty.
Yeah, you don't want to do that too much and getting behind the sticks like this. You want to try to stay ahead of the sticks and keep your momentum going forward. 2nd
and 13, heavy package coming in. We got Mr. Slade. The last time I was at East Lawrence, we were at the other school, just throw a rock over there. He was a freshman, and he had a big night. A couple big runs for the Red Raiders.
11 minutes left in the second quarter. Knox is going to hand it off. Moopy's coming down to the near side. He's going to get around the first down marker. I'm not sure where they're going to spot it. They're spotting him right at the marker.
Yeah, that's a first down for the Red Raiders. Another great run. And just speaking of Slade, he had a nice block there, or a sort of a what you call it. He didn't.
It's all right. Use your words.
I couldn't think. He just kind of shaded.
You can do it.
He kind of held the guy back from getting an angle. I can't think of the word.
Regardless here of Brent's.
I just had a birthday, this past weekend.
Yeah, about 1:30.
Heavy package.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 48. Snap to Knox. Hand off to Travion off the left side. He's got a hole. He's going to push forward, keep pushing. Got our O-line coming in for an extra push. He's going to end up with a first down on the play.
What a physical run by that running back. And he had some help in there with some big linemen. Just keep moving there, churning their feet. We got another first down.
Now we're in East Lawrence territory here. We're going to spot the ball on the East Lawrence 40.
I've noticed the linebacker stepping up and even sticking his hand out. I don't think you can do that. I know you can't make any noises, but I I don't think you can make hand motions that close to the snapper center either. Obviously, you can.
Oh, and I think we're going to have a false start there.
I don't know. Maybe it was encroachment. I think they moved first, but it's just according to what the ref wants to do. Yeah, they're going to call it on the Red Raiders.
And that's going to back us up.
It's going to be first and about 15 for the Raiders. Our spread package, I'll call that, the light package, comes back in. You got to think we're going to test downfield here in a moment. But we have success running the ball. Why?
All right, first and 10 from East Lawrence 45. We're going to hand off there on the right side to Slade.
Oh, and he keeps pushing and grinding. He's
Yep,
going to get.
And he's not going down. They haven't blown the whistle. We're pushing. He got grinding.
Got the penalty +3. 8-yard strong run there. They got a man down. His belly. I think he's just pride's hurt, not his body.
Right now, the Red Raiders are showing some muscle out there. All right, second down here from the East Lawrence 36. 2 receivers up top. Moopy's in motion. He's going up top. Knox takes a snap, hands off here to Travion. He bounces outside. Oh, and he slid down and got popped there on that play. Travion's still down. He's getting up a little slow there after that hit. He slipped and then took a big hit on that play.
He's watching. That's East Lawrence. He needs to get off of East Lawrence and find mine. He needs to say produced by Baby County.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 5 here from the East Lawrence 35. We got 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Your Red Raiders trying to punch one in. All right, we're going to hand it off. Moopy's got a little burst there, and the ball is on the ground, and I believe East Lawrence recovered.
Oh, boy. Well, there's another self-inflicted wound by our offense.
So far, we're getting in our own way so far.
He's got to control his emotions here. He's going to have another opportunity. Take one to the house at some point. He's got to stay in the game. I know he's frustrated, and it happens. It happens at every level. We'll see it tomorrow. Auburn's going to do it.
Sorry to all the Auburn fans out there.
8 minutes and 12 seconds.
1st and 10 for East Lawrence on their own 30. Hand off to the running back. We're going to blow that up. Akeem Brown chases that down from the backside. He's going to tackle him right around the line of scrimmage there. Little to no gain on that play. Akeem Brown's been a guy that's made quite a few plays on the defensive side of the ball this year. They're going to mark it 2nd and 9 for East Lawrence. So they've got 2 receivers up top here. Quarterback in the shotgun. Got his running back swapping sides. He's going to be on the quarterback's right side. He gets a snap, hands off to the right side. We chase that play down from the backside. I tell you, we've got some speed there in the linebacker room, and they just, every time you watch them, they just flash.
And they fly around, and they're physical. That's all I can say tonight, and maybe the rest of the season. It's becoming a habit, but it's going to be 3rd and a long 10, almost 11. They're going to spread us out here wide. I think they're going to run it, though. Six minutes, 52 seconds.
All right, snap to the quarterback. He's dropping back to pass. Throws the screen out here to the bottom, and we missed one tackle. He's shifty.
Oh,
and
he went back and got hit by a lineman.
That was just a good job there, stringing that out on the edge, forcing him back inside.
Anytime you got him running sideline to sideline, that's good. We're going to have good field position here for our offense. They've just got to take advantage with 6:25 in the game. I just got scolded, Sky. I give a little shout out to Mr. JT, Jason Taylor, and Melissa. I'm so sorry. Melissa Taylor, his better half, I promise you, he outpunted his coverage, folks. She is also a teacher at Bacon County High School. That's Melissa Taylor, and she's, we don't get to see each other as much as we used to at school. At the old school, I mean, our doors were 3 feet apart, and we communicated daily. And her students and my students integrated a lot. And but yeah, huge shout out to Miss Melissa Taylor.
Your Red Raiders just hit the punter there on that play.
You can't, and again, I'm just going to call it out. I'm saying that's a coach's mistake there. They should have told the guys, we're going to get good field position here, score 0-0. Let's don't make that mistake, and they did. So they're going to get the ball back, first down at about the 40-yard line. That's going to be a 15-yarder, I think, roughing the kicker. So our defense is going to have to come back on the field.
Yeah, East Lawrence has not moved the ball on us very well so far in this game, but we've kind of been their offense, so to speak.
I don't want this to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda game, Sky. I did get a score update. Appleton 7, Pierce County 0. I anticipate Appleton to win this game. I might be wrong, but they're pretty talented football team.
Well, we've got a 1st and 10 for East Lawrence here on their own 41.
Defense is going to have. I mean, they got to step up, and yeah, I mean they have already, but they.
All right, they're going to hand it off there. He's running out that far right side. We're going to string him out. Another about 2-yard gain there for East Lawrence.
I tell you what's interesting to me is one of the best-looking players on the field for them is their quarterback, and he has yet to run the ball, I don't think. Threw it a couple times, and he's handed it off every other time. Their number 50 is a good-looking player there on this end. Is that 60? 60. But our guys up front on both sides of the ball have just taken over this first quarter and halfway through the second. 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Yep, he's going to throw a quick one out there to the top side. We're going to tackle him there right after he catches the ball, so another short gain. Your Red Raider defense, they've been out there on the field a lot so far, and they're holding up their end of the bargain. So that's going to be 3rd and 8 here for East Lawrence from their own 43, I want to say. Snaps the quarterback, pumps out here to the bottom. He's got a guy. He's going to make the catch.
That was a good play call right there.
And East Lawrence is celebrating in the end zone right now.
That pump fake drew our corner, took his eye off of his man, and he got behind him. And it's a good throw by the quarterback. And after all that great defense, and I don't blame that on the defense. We were technically receiving that punt. So it is what it is.
Good play call there, good execution, and works out in their favor. Just tip your cap to them.
We've been playing around, and then next thing you know, it's 7-0 them. Where it felt like earlier, it kind of felt like 14-0 Bacon as we played, but we just didn't have it on the scoreboard. But we got to get down to business here.
Got to lock in. Oh, they're going to fake the PAT and roll out. And he just threw that pass right off the hands of our defender, and it bounced right into his receiver's hands.
Yeah, 8-0. 8-0 East Lawrence. We're going to take a quick break, and be back in just a moment.
All right, we're back. Your Red Raiders here going to receive this kick, and they're going to try to get something in gear and get in the end zone.
4 minutes and 27 seconds.
The second quarters went by a lot quicker than the first quarter.
Run, run, run. That's what'll run the clock.
It almost feels like the Raiders have dominated this game so far, except for that one play.
Except on the scoreboard, just like a couple weeks ago. Well, we need to score some points here. We're going to get the ball back at kickoff in the second half. Cut it upfield right there.
Oh, we've got a big hold down the sideline here. We got Moopy returning this kick. He's got the 30-yard line.
Oh,
he breaks a tackle. Moopy's going to return this kickoff for a touchdown. Let's go, Red Raiders.
Just what the doctor ordered. No flags. Man, he just, that's what I typically don't like to see. You want him to pick a hole and go, but he just methodically kind of went down our line and waited on the blocks, almost like he had his hand on their back, and then he just took off around that corner and used that speed that we talked about all season long that young man has.
He just found the green grass there, or the green turf,
And we're going to kick the extra point here, it looks like.
That's about as big of a response as you could have there.
Well, I wanted us to score. I wasn't, necessarily expecting to score that quick, but we shall take it. We needed that. I heard some fans out there say, "You doggone right, we needed it."
Yeah, we didn't even have to put the offense on the field.
Yeah. Sky said it earlier. It feels like we have dominated this game, but just not on the scoreboard. And we still don't have the lead. They didn't give us our points. There we go. 8-7. I think Mr. Robinson is 100% on extra points this season. He's done a fantastic job, got a good leg. He's going to have an opportunity to kick a big kick for us some point this year with 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Man, what a turnaround. And the Raiders have a chance for a defense to get a stop, and who knows, might get some more points. Maybe that give them a little – old Mo will show up on the offensive side.
Yeah, go ahead and insert the that escalated quickly there.
Hey. East Lawrence, Dublin, Georgia, broadcasting on the NFHS network, powered by Play on Sports. Folks, if you're seeing some text messages or anything or Facebook posts or whatever, people having some issues with a broadcast, it's not ours. East Lawrence does have NFHS, but they broadcast through just strictly the AI system like we have. But in our football games, we do manual broadcasts. But that AI system sometimes has trouble. So make sure if you're clicking on a broadcast on your app or on your TV or on your computer, it is produced by Bacon County, because otherwise it'll say produced by East Lawrence High School. But I will say this, at halftime, try tuning into their broadcast from the home side. If you wish to watch and listen to the band, I think you'd be able to pick that up. I'm going to broadcast it from the visitor side. It's just going to be the back side, so it won't be as entertaining. But I think we're going to attempt to do that for those of you at home. But it wouldn't hurt to try. Just log on to their broadcast during halftime and see what you can see. But be sure to come back to us the second half.
All right, Isaiah's going to kick off. It's going to be caught here by East Lawrence. He's going to return it back up the middle. He's going out there to the far side.
We just got too much speed.
Run him out of bounds at around the 20.
I mean, it's been a while since Bacon County. You said you can say we've got too much speed. I mean, we do, and it's young guys just flying around this field. That's a good problem. We got some guys that's going to be playing for us the next several years. Who knows with the new classifications next year, private schools hopefully will be moved out of our divisions. It'll give us a fair chance to compete for championships across the board for rural communities. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. East Lawrence 1st and 10 on the 20.
All right. Let's see what the defense can do here. Come out with a big play. All right, their quarterback's going to take it off the right side. He's going to get brought down there around the line of scrimmage. It's been a common theme so far, not other than that one big play that East Lawrence hit on just a few moments ago.
And, again, take nothing away from that play. You said it earlier. It was just great call, great execution. That pump fake out to the side, which is what they've done all night. I made our cornerback bit, and then he made a great pass, hit the kid in stride. 3 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yep, 2nd and 9 for East Lawrence on their own 21. We got a man coming in motion here to the near side. Snaps to the quarterback. He's looking to throw here. He's going to throw one down the field. He's going to overshoot his guys there by a couple yards.
That's not a flag. Their feet got caught up. Nothing, no harm, no foul there.
They had 2 receivers there running in the same general direction. That ball just overshot both of them in the middle of the field.
If you saw that, probably the camera wasn't on it. Good sportsmanship by our Red Raider there, number 10, as he helped the East Lawrence fella off the mat and tapped him on the head. 3:18 on the clock, 7-8 the score with East Lawrence leading. If you're just joining us.
3rd and 9 here on East Lawrence. They're on 21-yard line. Quarterback's back to pass. He's going to
interception.
Oh, and Aiden Cawthorn with his 2nd interception of the night. He's got some space.
That's
He's got blockers in front. There's nobody between him and the end zone. Aiden Cawthorn with a pick 6.
There's a Raiders. Let's let the defense just take over.
Special
Special teams, let's go.
Defense and special teams have taken over this ball game for your Red Raiders.
That's going to be 13-8. That ball wasn't tipped, was it? I don't think it was.
No.
He just underthrew it slightly, or it didn't put enough air on it. But I tell you what, man, our defense is pretty impressive these last couple weeks. Since Screven, we've progressively gotten better, look faster. You know, Bobby John said when he got here, you know, you don't have to be fast to play fast on defense if you play the right angles. And our guys, man, they're doing it all.
That point after is up and good there by Isaiah Robinson.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here with 3 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. We'll be back here in just a moment.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Tell you what, we got some cheerleaders with some arms.
Hey, we ever have a open tryout for quarterback, we got
I'm telling you now, listen, I think she graduated last year, but there was a young lady that she threw a football from the field at our field into the press box. And everybody knows how far that is. I said earlier, if I win the big lottery, I'm tearing that baby down. We're gonna bring it down a little lower.
rename it the Johnson press box.
We'll name it whatever, but
kickoff there by Isaiah. Down to the 5. East Lawrence is going to return it. And he's going to get blasted there by Keys, knocked backwards. He's going to bounce off.
Go out of bounds about the
East
30.
Lawrence will return that one out to about the 29-yard line, but that was quite the wallop there.
We've scored 14 points in less than 2 minutes, and we got a chance to hold them again. And you got to think that East Lawrence is going to be a little more careful here, especially knowing that we're going to get the ball back at kickoff in the second half.
All right, I mean, this game, the clock was just dwindling down there, and then all of a sudden we've had this explosion of points in the last few minutes. That clock hasn't had much of a chance to run.
There's the 14 that we felt like we deserved in the first quarter. Hey, but you don't deserve anything. You got to earn it, and we finally did in those different ways.
All right, quarterback's back to pass. He's going to throw one out to the top side there, short.
Another good tackle.
We got a guy there to slow him down, then a couple more to bring him down.
It's a pretty good size receiver out there. Again, East Lawrence got some good-looking kids. Second down and about 6 for East Lawrence. They have no timeouts. They called them all in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Run out there to the right side, far side. He's going to be close to the first down marker, but they've got a third down marked on the field.
I'm not sure.
Nope.
Give them a first down.
First down.
Yep. We're going to stop the clock. We want that clock to run. We call a timeout if they get it. We get them to 3rd and long. 2:12.
All right, he's going to throw one here to the bottom side. And he stumbles, and we get on top of him there at around the 40.
That looked like a block in the back on number 10. He's hobbling just a little bit, but I think he tweaked his back on a earlier play in our first drive. 153-52, still counting. Defense got to turn around. Let's go, boys. They're going to sling one down the field here in just a minute.
Boom.
Ooh, another big tackle.
Threw that short pass out there to the far side. We were just all over it that time.
At the Williams kid again. Nope.
I know we've got
That's Dixon, number 8.
3rd and 9 for East Lawrence here on their own 40.
127. I think we call a timeout here when we hold them. They're going to let it run on down now, right?
Yeah, they're going to try to minimize the damage here. Snap to the quarterback. He's shuffling around. We've got him in the backfield there for a sack.
Call timeout.
Coach Wilson's running down the sideline to get that timeout in.
The clock's still running. I mean, we just lost about 5 seconds. I think Coach Wilder is going to ask for a little bit more time. All right, 1:01 on the clock, 14-8. Your Raiders lead here as the first half winds down. Our Raider regiment's making the trek across to the other side of the field in preparation.
Coach Wilson showed off some speed there, sprinting down that sideline to get that timeout.
But it didn't matter. The clock operator there, I think, like I said, they didn't relay it to the white hat quick enough, and we lost about 5 extra seconds. But as fast as our guys is, and as physical as we are, we can get down the field after a punt.
And we're on a turf field, and turf speeds you up a little bit.
And that's Coach Wilder was talking about that the other day. And that's the advantage. It will speed you up, but you have to be careful when you're cutting. You have to anticipate a little bit more there, making sure you got good traction.
And we've had a couple guys slip out here. All right, East Lawrence back to punt. Got 1 minute and 1 second on the clock here to go in the second quarter. Your Raiders are coming after it. They're not going to get to it, but they're also not going to hit the punter on that one. And he kind of flutters one there out of bounds. We're going to see just where they mark it at. And your Red Raiders will take over on their own 45, it looks like. All right, so your Red Raiders take over with 52 seconds left in the second quarter. They've got 55 yards to go till the end zone.
Plenty of time. I think we got an extra timeout as well, or do we?
No, I believe we've spent all of ours also. 2 receivers down here to the bottom. Got Knox back to take the snap. He's going to get it. Trayvon's going to run off that left side. He's got the sideline. He's got a couple guys to beat there.
Oh, it's
the
touchdown.
Safety might have the angle.
Nope.
No, he does not. Travion Richardson there. 1 play, 1 score, 55 yards. Your Red Raiders are rolling right now.
41.3 seconds left on the clock. East Lawrence is kicking themselves. A little clock management there.
All of a sudden, your Red Raiders are rolling like an avalanche right now.
Literally 21 points in less than in about 4.5 minutes. Wow. Pretty impressive here by this Red Raider team. And, again, we're going to kick off here, and hopefully nothing crazy happens, other than a scoop and score by us. But keep them from scoring. Once again, we do get the ball back at kickoff, second half. Extra point try is up, and it's good.
All right. So your Red Raiders have rolled here the last few minutes of this first half.
21-8. We're going to take a quick break and be back here in just a moment.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense. Keep going. More. No, stop!
All right, we're going to kick it off one more time here. 41.3 on the clock. Who knows? We got offsides, and it must have been obvious. I think it was the guy down low here. Well, because even as I've seen it sometimes, if they're a step ahead, they don't call it. But
while they're sorting this out,
yeah,
coaches talk about you want to win all three phases of the game. Well, your Red Raiders have an offensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, and a defensive touchdown here in the first half. So I'd say things are going pretty well for your Red Raiders so far tonight in all three aspects of the game.
Halftime score, Applin 14, Pierce 8. 14 and 8. You know, I've heard that Pierce has become more of a passing offense since they don't have any more bail boys to run it for them.
You had to throw that one in there, didn't you?
No. Shout out to Popeye, classmate.
Oh, I mean, Reese Lawrence didn't field the ball. They let him roll over their head, and they fielded on a bounce there finally.
I think we're going to tackle him inside the 10.
Yeah, well,
look at that.
We got the whole special teams unit there on top of him at about the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
Our coaches are fired up. Our players are fired up. Our fans are fired up.
Coach Wilder, the special teams guy, he's got to be proud tonight. Linebackers coach, they've been flying around all over the place. Defensive coordinator Thad Williams has got to be proud of his guys tonight. 33
and it's only the first half. I mean, we got a whole second half to play in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to take a knee here. Since we don't have any timeouts, they don't have any timeouts. They're deep in their territory. I don't know. We'll see, but I just kind of think they're going to take a knee. And
well, you'd think they might would have want to avoid disaster here so far.
But I'd take another pick six. But again, I don't think they're going to give us an opportunity.
You know, we'll take them how we can get them.
Score. Yeah, they're going to just hand it off.
We're going to blow that up in the backfield.
Just more negative yardage. Another physical play by our defense. And, you know, we've been tossing that. If you're just joining us and you've heard us kind of emphasize the word physical, there was a little billboard material by their coach on their coach's show this week. Whether he deliberately did it or not, he said it that he didn't think Bacon County was as physical as the previous two teams they had just played. Johnson County being one of them. We're going to go see them next week. Well, but we have been physical tonight, so we've been telling the truth. We just maybe overemphasize it just a tad.
Well, we're being pretty physical out there on the field, and we're also having fun. You look at our guys, their emotions, their energy down there on the sideline and on the field. These guys are locked into this game, and it feels just like maybe there's a little more behind this performance so far in the first half, as they've got a little juice and extra pep in their step, it seems like. But regardless here, your Red Raiders are going to take a 21-8 lead into halftime, and we're going to have the bands come out here and perform, so we'll be back in a few.
Again, we want to thank you for joining us on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. Again, as Guy said, we'll be back after halftime show. You're more than welcome to log off of our broadcast. Try theirs, because you'll get the shot from the other side. Hopefully they have some audio, but if not, we're going to provide audio and a picture from the backside if you choose to stay with us. But we definitely want you to come back and join Sky and myself and Gage as he is on the camera for Red Raider football.
Raider Regiment, you may now begin your performance. Oh yeah, I hear you. One more win, we're going to get J2 back in. Two more, he'll start showing the games. Voice my opinion on that. I'm just letting you know. to jump for guys. I don't know what you tell you guys. Hey, you got to jump more than all season or something. I don't know.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Lawrence County Board of Education, Superintendent Clifford Garnto, Principal Keldrick Burke, Directors Jonathan Sid and Jamie Blanchett, we present to you the East Lawrence Band of Gold. The Band of Gold is under the field direction of Drum Major Allison Williams and Band Captain Lucas Hall. Tonight we proudly present to you our 2023 field show, Earth, Wind, and Fire. This evening the band will perform In the Stone, After the Love Is Gone, and Getaway, September. Drum major, Allison Williams. Is the Band of Gold ready? Bring on the Eastward! Stand up tall!
Can I do that again? Like, I was like, no. Yeah. Yeah. I think greenery would be kind of but I think that would be kind of interesting because you get to hear all the
All right, Raider Nation, we are back. 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the half. The East Lawrence band is finishing up their routine. The score is 21-8 at halftime. Your Raiders will receive the opening kickoff. Just Sky, give us a quick recap for those that might have just joined us.
So, honestly, to start off with, the defense has been great the entire first half. The offense moved the ball a little bit, shot themselves in the foot a little bit. But what it came down to is we scored on special teams, we scored on defense, and we scored on offense. So we're 3 for 3, one in each category. And we went into the locker room with all of the momentum from the first half.
I completely agree. You know, we said it, and not to be arrogant or cocky, it just felt like we should have had the lead when it was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. And then, you know, we scored the points we thought we should have had in the last 5 minutes of the second quarter. Literally 21 points, 21-8. We really have dominated all phases of the game tonight, offense, defense, special teams, and we finally showed it on the scoreboard. If you've been watching online, or the people definitely in the stands have heard it and felt it. And, again, we want to take this opening kickoff and make one more physical statement to this team here in East Lawrence.
Yeah, and, you know, if we had $1 for every time we've said the word physical or not, we'd be racking up pretty well by now. Probably would have said it a few more times if, you know, we had money on the line. But, you know, that's all right.
Well, we're the only team showing the physicality tonight, so if East Lawrence were, then we probably would say it a couple more times.
Well, I hope none of their fans are listening, because you just
it's
ruin their night.
It's all fun. It really is. We're overemphasizing that for a reason. We explained that earlier, but I think our guys came out and took it to heart what their coach had to say this past week, and again, I hope we stay focused and alert and stick to the plan of being physical tonight as we continue to play this East Lawrence team.
I'd say
I don't know what else to say.
We've checked that box so far. We're just out here watching these guys warm up for the second half. They've got quite a bit of energy. It's almost like they're up 21-8 or something, you know.
Couple scores here. On my phone, I need to connect to the local Wi-Fi here. There's the Verizon connection is not very good here. One score I was able to get from Mr. John Hughes. It is 6-0 at halftime at Swainsboro versus Irwin. That's a little surprising. Irwin's a little down this year. Not quite the team that they're used to fielding for state championships like they've had and dominated the last 5 or 6 years. But Swainsboro is. They're in their prime. They've still got a couple D1 guys on their squad. I think they graduated one last year, but just not sure what's going on there. I guess everybody can have a tough half, even Swainsboro, but a little surprising there. But who knows? Irwin may have found something there in the mid part of the season. I know they had a tough injury to one of their running backs, but Irwin is in our region. We'll have a chance to host them about a month from now. We will be traveling over to Johnson County next week. We'll have a week off for our fall break. And then we'll be back at home, away, and then home again for senior night. So that's pretty much the schedule. You might notice there's nothing wrong with our camera. The lights are blinking. Pretty cool here. We've already bragged on this facility. And one thing they do have is a system that is hooked up to their the lights of the stadium, their LED lighting that can be controlled and it looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. The only thing better would be maybe different colors. You could change it to red like at UGA or blue or something of that nature. But this is pretty neat, pretty cool environment that we're in. They do have a jumbo. I think it's a portable jumbotron kind of over here. It only faces the home team. I wonder if they pulled it in just for homecoming. I don't know. Hadn't been here before in the new stadium, but they did have the broadcast, the cameras put up on that jumbo Tron thing, portable LED board over there. But again, we're about to get things started here. 34 seconds. I don't think there's going to be an additional 3 minutes put on the board. A lot of times that's what they do. Players got out and warmed up. I think we're ready to go here, Sky. What you think?
I think our guys are ready to go. If you look down there, there's a lot of energy on that sideline right now. These guys are having fun, and they're flying around. And honestly, just based on their body language, I think we might see a little bit of what ended the first half, start the second half.
I hope so. And, we'll just see. Before we get things started here, I want to give a couple shout-outs. One particularly, give me just a second to pull it up and get all the names correct here. Miss Kelly Taylor, she's a former teacher employee at Bacon County High School. She sent me a text. Her and Briley, Maddie, and Autumn are cheering the Red Raiders on from home tonight. And we want a huge shout-out to those young ladies as they're pulling for our Red Raiders as they're watching live on the NFHS Network powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV's Red Raider Broadcasting. All right, lights are bright. 12 on the clock. 21-8, your Raiders lead, and we will be receiving the opening kickoff here in the second half. Halftime score, Pierce versus Applin. Applin is up 14-6.
All right, we've been waiting for this moment long enough here. East Lawrence is going to get ready and kick this ball off to the Red Raiders and start the second half.
Well, we just want to minimize the mistakes, hold on to the ball, don't give anything easy to these guys. One score, they're back in it. One score by us, and it could be over.
That's going to be a short kick here down to the near side. We're going to run up, field it. That's Aiden Cawthorn. Oh, and he gets blasted there on the return. But regardless, your Red Raiders will take over at around their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle there by East Lawrence. Might be their most physical play of the night.
I don't think we're going to stop with the physical jokes tonight. I feel like we thought we were going to stop after the first quarter, and then it carried on into the second quarter. And I think we might just keep that up the rest of the night. Who knows? We'll see what happens here as your Red Raiders get ready to start the second half on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Moopy's going in motion there. We're going to hand off here. Right side, Travion's going to put his head down and maybe pick up a yard or two there on the carry.
As usual, our band did a fantastic job. Again, our angle was a little different because we're on the visitor side. Hopefully you could hear at home if you stayed with our broadcast. I'm not sure what theirs looks like coming from the Pixelite. Sometimes there's some issues with those machines, and that's what they are. Automated cameras.
All right, Moopy's in motion. He's going to get the handoff. We've got Slade out there with the block. Moopy's got the sideline. We're going to run him out of bounds there. He's going to be close to the first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Yep. We're going to bring in our heavier package with 3rd and about 2.5, 2 foot.
Well, yeah, you got the referee backed up a little bit there. It's going to be about a full 2 yards now. So 3rd and 2 here for your Red Raiders from their own 45.
One thing about being on the visitor side is I don't have any problem seeing the sticks.
Yeah. We got one receiver here down at the bottom. Knox takes a snap, hands off to Slade here off the right side. First down. Oh, keep your feet, Slade. All right, here we go. He's got one man to beat. He's got the 20. He will
not be denied.
Oh,
he
man.
will not be denied.
He's going to just run that guy. He's going to tote him and the ball to the end zone there.
Man, what an athletic play there by that young man. And everywhere we go, he is one of the best-looking kids on the field. He had a big night his freshman year, had a run very similar to that. He didn't stumble that 3 years ago, but he stumbled, kept his balance, scored the touchdown for the Red Raiders. What a play.
Yeah, I'd say they carried that momentum back from the first half into the second half. It is just all Red Raiders right now. PT up, and it is good.
And that is 28 unanswered points. Let's go. Let's get.
And
we're going to take a quick break and be back here in just a moment. See Will down there? I'm curious as to what. I told Jessica to ask him. You ready? 10 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Raiders lead 28-8 now against the East Lawrence Falcons. Man, what a turnaround from that first quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter seems like a lifetime ago at this point with the way the Raiders have responded and bounced back, honestly, since about halfway through the second quarters when this avalanche just started coming down on East Lawrence.
Literally the last 5 minutes. You know, we scored the 21 points there, and then within a minute and 10 seconds we score again. So 28 points in about 5.5, 6 minutes. Under 6 minutes.
So we'll try 10 minutes and 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Your Red Raiders, their recent scoring possessions have not lasted very long.
I mean, how often are you excited about seeing your defense on the field? That's how well they've played. You know, a lot of times you want to see your offense, you know, but this defense has played really well.
Isaiah's going to
what a kick
it deep here. East Lawrence will field it at about the 5. Running back. Oh, and he's going to have the sideline here. He's going to turn this into a pretty good return.
A little bit of speed there. Gets around the corner. It's going to be about the 38-yard line. One of their better starting positions after our 4 kickoffs
in a row. Well, East Lawrence did kick off to start the second half.
4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah. 80%. We'll take that. So East Lawrence will set up shop here. They're on, got to see where they mark this ball. 37-yard line, I believe.
Sky, they crossed the 50 one time, maybe twice. They scored the one time.
I'm really not sure if they have. If so, it's probably only been once. Regardless, quarterback takes the handoff, throws
nice play there
here in the middle of the field.
It's a good tackle. I hope he hadn't hurt himself. Sometimes when you grab a hold with one hand or one arm to a guy and drag him down, you can put some stress on your wrist and hand. But the safety, he's shaking it off a little bit there.
That'll make it about 2nd and a yard for East Lawrence on their own 47-yard line. 2 receivers down to the bottom, 1 up top. Quarterback takes a snap, handoff up the middle. We're going to meet him there in the backfield. He might have got – oh, that ball – did that ball come out?
They're going to say – you know, last week we had a couple plays where you didn't hear a whistle, but they basically had said his momentum had stopped. So they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 for East Lawrence on their own 48. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, 2 receivers down here at the bottom, 1 up top for East Lawrence. They've got a guy in motion. Snap to the quarterback. He's going to throw it down here at the bottom. And we were so close to picking that ball off. And
I think it was a forward pass. I thought the cornerback or the defensive end was going to intercept that ball. He was right there.
I tell you, we have been in the backfield on nearly every play. And on these screen passes that East Lawrence has thrown out here to both sides of the field, we've blown those up and shedded those blocks pretty easily, it seems like, so far tonight.
Well, you know, we don't want to get caught on our heels with that little pump fake again, because you got to think they still got it in their pocket.
Quarterback back to pass. We got some pressure. Jeremiah Williams is going to have that sack.
Another physical move by a safety. Well, he's playing linebacker. Man, what a play. That's a 10-yard loss, 11-yard loss.
That wolf pack, as they're referred to, they're on the hunt tonight. You love fast and physical linebackers. So 3rd down and 21 for East Lawrence here from their own 37-yard line. Red Raiders are going to try to get off the field and get that ball back in the hands of that red-hot offense. Quarterback's got some time. He slings one out to the bottom. I believe that ball bounced on the turf, and there is a flag on the play.
Way over here. Was there a hold? Is that a –
Well, you don't want it to be anything that gives them an automatic first down on 3rd and 21.
Well, that won't do it. Hold. He wants to decline it.
Yep,
so
Coach Wilson wants the ball.
It's going to be 4th down and
Tell him go
extremely
ahead
long.
Punt that thing to us.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'd like to see number 7 stretch his legs right here on this return.
There's a lot of energy in our stands tonight.
Big crowd. And I said that to the bus driver on the way over. I said, I think there's going to be a crowd to follow this Red Raider after 2 weeks ago, the excitement that was generated, again, in a loss to Clinch County. But what a game we played, showing that we can compete.
All right, that punt is up. That's a pretty good kick there. Bodie's going to signal for the fair catch. It's going to bring it in at our 32-yard line. So your Red Raiders have set up shop on their own 32 here with 8 minutes and 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we're going to stay with you here. Again, I want to thank the football title sponsor, and that's Bennett & Johnson. BB&J Insurance, specifically Daniel Johnson, for being our title sponsor for the football season. And they have been part of our broadcast for going on 12 years now, and that's super important as they help us bring you these live events, not just football, but up to 120 or so events a year.
All right, hand off to Moopy there along the right side. He's going to bust up there behind the right tackle for about a 3-yard gain on the play.
8 minutes, 32 seconds. I want to thank our annual athletic school year title sponsors, which is Burt CPAs. We got a gentleman down on the field there. Burt CPA, Family Vision Care, and Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. Let me speak specifically to Burt CPAs here. Mr. Larry Taylor, always willing to support our broadcast. He's been with us now for about 7 years. I know since we've been at the new facility, that'll be 8 years. I apologize. So I really appreciate Mr. Larry. He happens also work part-time as the mayor, but he's a full-time accountant with Burt CPAs. They have offices in Waycross and Nashville, Georgia, and Baxley, as well as Alma. I want to thank them for their continued support of our Red Raider broadcasting. We are going to take a quick break here for this injury and be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. 12-0 Swainsboro over Irwin. Updated score early in the 3rd quarter. 12-0 Swainsboro.
And that Red Raider offense here We got 2nd and 7 from the 35-yard line of your Bacon County Red Raiders.
8 minutes and counting.
2 receivers down here to the bottom. Knox will take the snap, hand off to Travion. He's going to try that left side. He breaks free. He's got green grass again, and I think he's going to get run out of bounds this time, down around the 10-yard line.
All right, I called it a little too early. Guy had an angle on him, and he's helping the guy up that pushed him out of bounds. Man, that's awesome. 10-yard line, 1st and 10.
And it was almost an exact replica of the play he scored on there to close out that first half.
28-8, your Raiders have dominated once again all phases of this game, and we have a chance to put another exclamation here. Not even really still early in the third quarter.
That's the grass again there on that last play. Nice turf out here. Now these fancy modern-day stadiums.
I tell you, there's advantages, upfront cost to this, but over time, you don't have to worry about the maintenance, all the chemicals, the mowing the grass. You don't have to paint the field, and that costs money year in and year out. But the grass field is typically, I think, scientifically proven it's a little more healthier on the joints, the natural grass versus the turf. But there's more and more of turf being put down, and it's being constantly a lot of science has gone into it and testing to make it just as safe as possible. We see it all throughout college football, NFL. But yeah, it certainly is pretty.
All right, so Red Raiders there with a false start to back themselves up to the East Lawrence 15. So they're going to have 1st and goal here from the East Lawrence 15. Snap to Knox, hand off to Travion along that left side. East Lawrence is going to be able to wrap him up there close to the line of scrimmage on that play.
This is where I kind of would like to see Rashid come in. We bring in that heavy. If we're going to run it, let's bring that heavy package in. Let them know we're running it and give it to Rashid and let him just, use his, what's the word? It slips my mind.
Physicality?
Yeah, that physicality thing to just exert our will on this team.
7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd and goal from the East Lawrence 15 for your Red Raiders. Moopy's going to take that hand off. His helmet pops off. There's flags flying all over the place.
Face mask, maybe?
Yeah, we just might get a face mask on East Lawrence here.
1st and goal again from about the 7-yard line, maybe? We'll see.
We'll see what they call and where they spot it here.
What I don't understand is when a helmet is pulled off, I don't understand why the athlete has to come out. And I get it if it pops off in any other, and I really don't get that either. But if it's pulled off, if in fact it was, the player shouldn't be penalized for that by having to come out. But they are. 7 minutes and 3 seconds. It looks like it's going to be placed half the distance to the goal and should be an automatic first down.
All right, so it will indeed bring your Red Raiders to 1st and goal from the East Lawrence 7-yard line. 7 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Snap and Knox, hand off to Travion. He's going to stutter a little bit, try to bust it outside, but East Lawrence is there to contain him on that one.
And let's see. Moopy's coming in, probably going to replace. Is that Dixon coming out?
All right, hold on. We just had 1st down on the sticks, 1st down on the scoreboard. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, they had 1st down on the scoreboard and the sticks after the face mask, and I think they reversed it. Second down. So regardless, 3rd and 8 here. Knox takes a snap, fires one in there to Aiden Cawthron with the catch. That'll be Aiden's 2nd touchdown of the night.
That was a rifle. That wasn't fire. I mean, he rifled that in there.
Knox had to show off the arm strength there on that one.
You know, and that's what happens when you pound, and then you kind of forget the receiver or the slot that just slips through there, and that's what happened. He was wide open. Great throw by Knox and a great catch there. The score is 34-8 now.
34 unanswered by your Red Raiders.
And we come out the second half how we hoped. We wouldn't fiddle fart around, you know, little turnover at 3 and out or anything like that. Man, we just scored twice. Uh-oh. Is that a whistle? Oh, we got it.
Well, that PAT is up and good.
He remains 100% on the season. 35-8, your Red Raiders lead. We're going to take a quick break and be back in a moment.
And we're back. Isaiah Robinson's going to kick this off to East Lawrence here. He's going to squib it there on the ground down the middle of the field. That ball is rolling and bouncing all over the place. East Lawrence finally picks it up.
Sometimes that kind of a play can get you off kilter, get you out of your lanes. Who's down? That is never. You know, I'm really surprised. Talking about this, I was talking to somebody the other day about these special team kickoffs in particular are one of the plays in which more players are injured at all levels of football. I'm really surprised that they haven't taken the kickoff out of the game, except for maybe, you know, a certain amount of time remaining in a quarter and a half, that sort of thing.
I believe they have tried their best to eliminate it without actually eliminating it.
With you know, the inability for high school to bring it out of the end zone and college as well. Well, I take that back. You can bring it out at college, but high school you can't. Who we got coming off the field there? Is that?
I think we've got Chandler Chancey. He was down there with an injury, but
looks like he's okay.
Came off the field there under his own power.
That's always good to see.
Yeah, he hobbled off to the sideline. He might have been cramping up. I'm not exactly sure.
5 minutes and 57 seconds, 35-8. That's going to be 1st and 10 Falcons from about the 24-yard line.
All right. East Lawrence is lining it up and get this drive started. All right, snap to the quarterback. Throws another quick one out there to the far side. He slips a tackle. He'll get about an 8-yard gain on that play. East Lawrence has been heavy with those wide receiver screens out both sides of the field in this game.
Update on Swainsboro. Again, you got to think maybe Swainsboro had a couple guys sitting that first half. I don't know. I'm just speculating. It's 19-0 now, Swainsboro, quickly here or midway through the third quarter. Thank you for these updates, Mr. Hughes. It is 14-14 now, Applin Pierce.
Second and 5 here for East Lawrence from the 29. Got 3 receivers down here to the bottom. Snap to the quarterback. He's going to try that pump fake. He's got a guy again down the sideline, but he's going to overshoot his receiver on that play.
Well, I think this guy's going to get coached up, and I like to see that. There we go. You got the head coach. You got, and that's what you want to see. If you can see in the bottom left corner, that's Coach Thad. He is the defensive coordinator, coaching that young man up, showing him right there. Thad played DB with Tennessee Martin. Cook County graduate. It's just one of them plays where you got to be disciplined. You know, and I said it earlier, they're bound to pull it back out. It was so successful that one time.
They're going to line up in the same formation here. They're going to try the exact play, throw it over the middle. Oh! We got a flag on that play. That pass was broken up there across the middle by Brody Rowland.
Where was the flag at? Behind the line? Because it wasn't interference, was it?
No, the flag was thrown as the ball was in the air.
It must be holding. Maybe we get a hold here. I tell you what, though, that is it's a good play. You know, when you nickel and dime to the left and the right, and the left and the right, and then you do that little shoulder fake, it's gonna catch defenses off guard a couple times. But we were able to guard against that. It's punting time, 4th and 5 for East Lawrence. Brody's coming back to receive, 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
Your Red Raiders defense has been hot all night. Other than that, one big bust on that long touchdown by East Lawrence, but other than that, they've been pretty stout. East Lawrence will get this punt off. It's a high punt. Brody's going to signal for the fair catch there around your Raider 40-yard line. So the offense comes back out on the field here. Your Red Raiders up 35-8 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. We've got Knox here in the shotgun. Take the snap. Travion's going to be to his left. We've got Aiden Cawthor down here to the bottom, and I believe Chandler Chancey's up top. Snap to Knox. Hand out to Travion. East Lawrence is going to blow that play up.
Yeah, he danced a little too much there. Got to pick your spot and go.
Coach Wilson's not happy on the sideline right now.
I think Travion may have made the wrong decision. Maybe he was supposed to come wide or hit that between the tackle one or the two. But something closed up there for the young man.
All right, so 2nd and 12 for Bacon County here from their own 38. 2 receivers down here to the bottom. Knox back to take the snap. Moopy's in motion. We're going to fake it to him. Hand off to Travion up the middle.
Another quick step. It's going to give him about 4.
Yeah, East Lawrence is starting to get some penetration there.
That's Slade in the backfield again. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The time keeps running off, and I don't have a problem with us winding that play clock down all the way either.
Well, the clock is our friend right now. All right, hand off to Slade up the middle. He breaks one tackle, breaks another. They're trying to bring him down. They finally wrestle him down there around the East Lawrence 38.
Man, I just love to see. He grabs a hold of that ball with both arms, and he churns them legs. And he's I promise you, pound for pound, he's the strongest kid on the field right now of anybody on the field, and probably either sideline. Kid is super strong, and he's shown some speed tonight, some speed that I saw his freshman year, and now he's a senior, smart kid, great young man.
And you love watching defenders just fall off of him. So he continues to tote that rock down the field.
First down for the Raiders.
Snap the Knox. Moopy's in motion. He's going to get it. He's going to come out wide. Slade's got that lead block. Moopy's going to slip a tackle. He's got the 15, 10, 5, and he's going to get run out of bounds at about the 3-yard line there. Your Red Raiders are just rolling down the field right now.
Yeah, I got to, and I'm not taking anything from my Raiders. There was something going on in that first half with Swainsboro and Irwin because the score is now 26-0 Swainsboro. But our Raiders is on the cusp of adding an additional touchdown tonight. 35-8, 2:29 on the clock.
All right, first and goal from the 4. That's where they're going to mark the ball here. Moopy's in motion. Snap the Knox. Hand out to Travion. He's going to fight there along that left side, but East Lawrence is going to stand him up at around the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter.
You know what? I'm a horrible producer. I've been changing the down. I went from the quarter. I went first down, second down. I was on second down, but I got the quarter right now. I apologize for that. Those of you at home, I know you've been keeping up with it and know what it is. You're smart enough to figure that out. Smart enough to know that I made a mistake. So I do have it updated now.
All right.
Second and goal.
Second and goal from the 5. Knox takes the snap, hand off to Slade off the right side. He's pushing. There it is. Touchdown.
That was another nice physical move there by not only the back, but our offensive line just overpowering that East Lawrence defensive line.
Okay, let's call it what it is. Out physicaling.
Physicaling?
Is that a word?
It's not.
It's not? I mean, it sounded good. I kind of just went with it there.
Well, he's a history teacher, not a ELA. ELA, yeah.
Take you a second to think about it.
We used to call it English, not English, whatever, ELA.
Well, at least I teach something and not just supervise.
Oh, yeah,
class.
Whatever. It's like we got someone injured. Oh,
yeah, East Lawrence has a player down there.
Oh, boy. It looked like they were calling for he got up?
I believe so. I believe he's walking off.
Okay. Well, people were waving, kind of frantically there for just a second, making you think something was not good. 1 minute, 40 seconds. My cameraman, that's one thing I've tried to teach them to do. When there is an injury, we try to pan away from it. Scoreboard, you see that 41-8 with 1 minute and 40 to go in the third quarter. All right, we're going to stay here. It's like we're not going to need to take a timeout. They're coming back. Raiders again. It's going to be third. Is that right?
No, we're kicking a point after attempt.
Since
gosh. We just scored a touchdown.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone at scores and looking at the score, and, sorry.
That's all right. That's why I'm here to cover up for your
clean it up, huh?
Shortcomings. And that PAT is up.
And good.
And good. For the, hold on, got to do some math. 6th time tonight.
7 times 6. 42 every time. We are going to take a break now. We'll be back here in just a moment.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
All right, and we're back. Your Red Raiders up 42-8 over the East Lawrence Falcons here with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Got Isaiah Robinson again lining up to kick off to East Lawrence here. Your Red Raiders have just hit another gear ever since about halfway through the second quarter, where they have come out and put 42 unanswered points on the board here. That kick by Isaiah. It's going to be fielded. It's going to bounce it around the 20. Oh, and that ball is loose. We've got a pile out there on the field. I'm not sure who's going to come out of that with the ball. I think your referees are going to have to do some sorting out down there. So I'm not really seeing any indication either way right now. East Lawrence does indeed have the ball. That ball kind of just, East Lawrence didn't really have a sense of urgency there getting up on that ball, and it bounced around, and your Red Raiders almost came away with a takeaway and good field position. So regardless, East Lawrence will set up 1st and 10 here from their own 22-yard line. All right, East Lawrence has trips up to the top side. Quarterbacks take snap, handoff up the middle. We're going to blow that play up there at around the line of scrimmage. Good job there by the D-line getting off blocks, stopping that run in its tracks before it got anywhere. They're going to call it 2nd and 10 here for East Lawrence on their 22. Again, East Lawrence staying with that trips formation, 3 receivers up top. Got one backfield next to the quarterback. He takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw another little short pass out there to the top side. We're going to string it out and make the play yet again as East Lawrence is went back to the well time and time again trying to hit that play. And just seemingly the Red Raiders are there every time to stop it for no gain or keep it to a minimal gain, as that screen pass is not broken big for East Lawrence yet tonight. So the clock winds down here in the third quarter. 35 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd and 6 for East Lawrence. Now they got trips down here to the bottom. Snap to the quarterback. Throws it out to the bottom. We're going to be there. And if that ball didn't bounce off the turf and they rule it a catch, he's going to be short regardless. They're going to rule the pass incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 6 for East Lawrence. So they're going to yet again line up to punt this one away to Bacon County. I think they're just content with letting the clock run out here on the third quarter. So that's going to send us to the fourth quarter with your Red Raiders up 42-8 here in Dublin, Georgia. As we'll be back in a moment.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
All right, and we're back.
And I'm back.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't miss you, but welcome back.
Swapping into the field. Looks like it's going to be, was it 4th down? Punt time. Punt time. I hope that they did not go after it. Yeah, this is the time of the game where it's put away. We don't want anybody to get hurt. I got a feeling maybe the coaches might let the starter stay in for a chance to score one more time. But they may not. and we get some JV guys who had a big win against Atkinson County yesterday, 18-0. We got a bright future.
That punt's going to land at around midfield. Brody's going to let it bounce. Just let it roll. He's not going to take any chances here. Your Red Raiders will set up shop here on their own 32-yard line. We do still have our starters in the game as they are running back out there. Well, we got a mix of starters and some new faces out there.
Yeah. LeBron Smith played quarterback yesterday, did a great job, had a big rushing touchdown in the quarterback position. And we saw another young man, Travis Cawthorn, who showed off a lot of speed and athleticism at that wing position. He had 2 touchdowns, actually. One was about 50 yards that was brought back on a hold. And then a little bit later, he finally got one in there from about 35 yards.
All right, so 1st and 10 here on their own 32 for your Red Raiders.
10:50 and counting.
2 receivers up top. Knox is back there to still take the snap. Handoff. And we're going to lose the ball on the play there. So we're going to start off the 4th quarter on a bit of a sour note for the offense.
Yeah, one play there. The ball was stripped. Again, a new guy in. No excuse. I'm not making it. You got to protect the ball. You got to protect the ball. This is a good learning experience for that young man. We're up comfortably. We want to finish off right, but again, I think a good teachable moment for not only for that young man, for the rest of our team. We want to finish well.
Yeah, and had a lot of new faces out there on offense that time. I'd like to have seen him had a few more plays there to get some experience under their belt, but nonetheless, that starting defense is back out there on the field with East Lawrence here 1st and 10 on the Red Raider 30. Quarterback takes snap, draws back. We've got a guy that's free. Quarterback escapes and just does what he can there to get a pass off across the middle. It's going to be complete for about 5 yards. As Rasheed Slade there just had a straight line to the quarterback and couldn't quite bring him down.
Is that the receiver shook up a little bit there?
I believe so. I think he got hit by 3 Raiders there on the play as soon as he caught the pass.
We're going to take a quick break here. He looks like he might be down just a second. Honor our sponsors. Be back in just a moment.
All right, and we're back with East Lawrence here with the ball on your Red Raider 30-yard line. Quarterback's back to pass. We're going to chase him down.
Oh,
And he fumbles, and we're going to be able to fall on this one, I believe. I think it might have slipped out of our hands there.
Didn't see a beanie come out. Oh, we're pointing.
And
there's a guy. Oh, they're going to give it to him.
Yep.
Well, or are we going to give it to him? Because it was a fumble. We just couldn't quite get our hands on it. And he didn't try to scoop it. He just tried to land on it and grab it, which I think is the smart thing to do, but just unable to corral it. It's going to be 3rd and 2, looks like.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 here.
Definitely 4-down territory for East Lawrence. 8:27 as that clock continues to run.
Yep, here in the 4th quarter. All right, we got trips down here to the bottom, one up top. He's going to throw a little stop route up top. Got a DB trying to wrestle him down. We got some guys there coming to save the day.
Yeah, I don't know why the whistle didn't blow a little sooner than that. That's when tempers flare.
Yeah, we just had
you start jerking and pulling. And
a little wrestling match there up top.
And they're going to earn the 1st down from about the 15-yard line.
Yep.
I would like to see our Red Raiders bow their backs here and keep them out of the end zone. 7:43.
Quarterback's back to pass. He's going to throw one to the end zone here.
Out of bounds.
I believe the receiver caught that pass, but got great coverage there, and then we've got flags flying in on the play from somewhere.
Maybe that ain't what we want.
Maybe some extracurriculars there. I'm not sure. Something was said.
He sent that guy to the sideline, so I'm wondering if it ain't going to be on East Lawrence.
You got him sending a guy, one of our guys, to the sideline also.
Okay. Well, offsetting at the worst. You don't like to.
We got offsetting trash talk, I guess.
Another coachable moment. Yeah, they're going to be probably writing their numbers down as it'll be their first, what do you call that, a personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. Again, hopefully it's offsetting it when it comes to the penalty part. You don't like to see it anytime. Football is a very emotional sport, and on top of that, it's a contact sport. We're talking 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old guys. Again, I'm not condoning it or excusing it, but it happens at times where your emotions can get the best of you. All right, I think somebody called a timeout.
Yeah, I think we took a timeout there.
All right, we'll take a timeout here as well. Thank you for joining us here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV's Red Raider Broadcasting.
All right, I think we're back to the action here just about.
All right, 1st down, East Lawrence, I think offsetting penalties.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 14 here.
They're posting 2nd and 10 on the sideline, but 1st and 10, I'm not sure here.
We've got the scoreboard saying one thing and the stick saying another.
Well, if it's offsetting penalties, I think that's too deep.
Another throw to the end zone. He's going to catch that one out the back, so incomplete. But there is a flag on this play also.
It's a pretty good throw there by the quarterback. Throws a tight spiral.
You know, it always seems like in these games where the score is one-sided and they're trying just to end the game, that clock just does not want to run because there's a flag every other play, it seems like.
Yeah, we got I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's almost 10. We pack up. Yeah, it's a midnight trip tonight, considering where we're at. 3:30 kickoff tomorrow for the Bulldogs as they go to the South's oldest rivalry. Head over to Auburn, Alabama, which is just a few miles the other side of the state line.
All right. Here's Lawrence will take the snap here. He's going to throw one here. Oof. Had a good break on that ball there by Aiden Codler.
It was. If the ball had been thrown like it should have been, he probably would have made the interception. It was a little bit behind the receiver.
Yeah, tried hitting a little.
It's going to bring up fourth down.
There over the middle.
I get I guess since the penalties nullified each other, it did go to second down instead of remaining first. So it is 4th and 10 for East Lawrence, their last gasp here.
Yep, they've got one receiver up top, 3 down here at the bottom. Quarterback's in the shotgun like he has been all night. Snap to the quarterback. We've got some pressure. We're going to flush him out of the pocket. He's going to throw one here to the back of the end zone. It's going to go out of the back of the end zone. So
Raiders will take over on downs.
Yep, it's going to be 1st and goal here. Not 1st and goal, 1st and 10
hold on. What
for
was
the Red
that?
Raiders.
You made a mistake? Are you kidding me?
Look, man, you're rubbing off on me, okay?
6 minutes. Clock still runs. Is it a running clock? Must be.
No, it just stopped. Nope. It's still going.
We must be under that running clock rule. 30 points at the fourth quarter, and the coach. It's not optional in the fourth. So let's hope for our Red Raiders. Whether we score again, get a couple first downs here, and we come out of here with a big victory. Continue that momentum as we travel next week to Johnson County. We've only played Johnson 2 times in our history, and the second one was last year at our home place where they had 2 tremendous tailbacks. I think one, if not both, have graduated. May have one of them back, but East Lawrence played them last week. Not last week, but one of the last 2 weeks. Let me see here. I believe my buddy Jason provided me with a score here. Yep, 34-20 was that final. 34-20. East Lawrence lost to Johnson County. We're going to be headed up to Wrightsville, and if you didn't know, that's the old stomping ground of one of the, if not the greatest collegiate running back of all time, Herschel Walker, who just happened to play for the University of Georgia in their 1980 championship run.
You know, with Georgia's backfield this year, does Herschel have any eligibility left?
Man, I tell you what, that's the only position I'm concerned about with the Dogs is that running back position. We are a little thin, and some guys are trying to get well. Number 30 can only tote it so many times, but we do have, again, with Carson Beck, I think he's going to come into his own tomorrow at Auburn. And not that he certainly has not played bad. He has quietly averaged about 300 yards a game, 2 touchdown passes. Nothing shabby about that.
All right, so we've got 5 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the ball game. Raiders will take the snap, hand off there, that far side.
Yep, got a new quarterback. Is that the Smith kid that's come in?
I believe so.
Yeah, LeBron. Marion, 17, the running back. I'm glad he got back in there and took a carry. He after that, the last offensive chance we had, he took the handoff over here to this near side and fumbled the ball. And again, a teachable moment. Got the handoff again, held tough, and got a couple yards. Well, made it back to the line of scrimmage. 4:30, clock continues to run. Another run off that right side. Whistle finally blows 4:14, 4:13.
And that clock just keeps on ticking. 4:06, 4:05.
Tell you one thing. Fans are still in the stands for the Red Raiders. They're going to cheer these guys on this victory here with a few minutes to go. You know, away games like this, we're going to pack it up pretty quick. Not a lot of chatter by us. Our boys spoke on the field tonight. They've said enough. We can only just compliment what our coaching staff has done to prepare these kids these last 2 weeks. Continuing that momentum that we carried from the Clinch County game. And hoping to continue to get better. And we've gotten better. And we've made a few mistakes tonight, but
we've got Travis Cawthorn here coming down to the bottom side. He's got some speed. They're going to shove him out of bounds at about the Raider 40-yard line.
That's the Cawthorn kid I told you earlier that scored yesterday from about 35 yards, showing some athleticism by that young man. He is the nephew of Andy Cawthorn, who was a 3-sport star for Bacon County years ago. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales was a proud sponsor of Red Raider Broadcasting for many years. But definitely the athleticism has carried on through Andy and his brother Stacy, who is Travis's dad, having an opportunity to carry the football. I know he was excited yesterday or last night. I texted Andy after the game. He said, yeah, I just carried him home. He was excited about that play, getting the score, and now he's in the backfield in a varsity level game, given an opportunity to play. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
So we're going to line up 1st and 10 here at our 41-yard line.
Letting the clock run. Fans are saying, come on, let's go.
Ron's going to run in himself there off the right side. He's got a couple blockers. He stumbles, runs into his own man, gets tackled from behind.
Gets him an extra 2 yards, that tackle from behind.
Comes out there about a 7-yard gain.
Again, a great opportunity for this JV. A lot of these JV guys that played yesterday. You can play 6 quarters a week every 7 days.
All right, I'm going to go 2nd and 4 here for your Red Raiders from the 47-yard line, their own 47. Snap to LeBron. Travis in motion. Travis is going to get the handoff, come here to the near side.
Makes a nice cut.
Yeah, he's going to cut it up. And that'll salt the game away as we can just let this clock run down, take another snap, and call it a night.
Call it a night. Yeah, I said earlier, we're going to pack it up here real quick. Again, our guys said everything we need to say here on the field tonight. And we jokingly, but we were serious about the physicality that we brought to this game. If you wasn't with us earlier and you kept us here, kind of emphasizing that, their coach had a few words during his coach's show this week that kind of fired up our guys, and some bulletin board material there. But we want to congratulate our coaches again and these players for coming out here and representing Bacon County really well. We knew a couple weeks ago they just fired up our stands, our community. It's a big win again for the Raiders. Sky, what say you?
To put it in perspective, Bacon County gave up, the lead there in the second quarter, went down 8-0, and then it was just an avalanche from there as they come back with 42 unanswered points. As soon as we took the lead, the game was never in doubt. We just took it and ran with it and had some explosive plays, had scores in all 3 aspects of the game. And to sign off on my behalf, I'd say we were the more physical team tonight. So Red Raiders get a victory over here in Dublin, Georgia against the East Lawrence Falcons, and we'll move on to Johnson County.
Well, I appreciate